Do you think Serino, the cop, the 20-year cop, released Zimmerman because Serino was a racist? And he said, hey, it's only a black kid that got murdered here. Let's release this white guy. Is that what you think? Or was it because Serino was incompetent? That Serino was clueless? That he sat there and he interviewed this Zimmerman for hours, and they played the whole thing at the trial. So I know every word Serino said to Zimmerman and every word Zimmerman lied to Serino. Did Serino know that this guy lied to him? He couldn't help it unless he's an idiot, which he is, an idiot. So we have an idiot cop who doesn't know what he's doing for 20 years, releasing this guy, and then Sharpton forces the Sanford police to arrest him. Okay, so now what are they worried about? Are they worried that Zimmerman is a white guy and they love white guys and they hate black people, and so they're going to just release? What are they worried about here? They're worried about their incompetence. That's what you don't understand. That's what people do not understand. It is not about stand your ground, which had absolutely nothing at all to do in the trial. Zero. So these experts that say it was stand your ground, they don't know what they're talking about. And if you think everything, it's a racist. No, everything is not automatically a racist. So it's incompetence. That's all they care about. They care about law enforcement looking like, okay, now what are we going to do? If we just convict this guy, we're going to have no alibi here, no excuse for releasing him. So what we have to do is make this look at least complicated. And if he gets acquitted, because the prosecutor and the judge are going to help him get acquitted, then it's going to appear that releasing him had merit. It was realistic. It was reasonable. They had a purpose for doing it when they had absolutely no purpose. How do I know that? I know that because Zimmerman made 41 calls that were all bogus. 41. And they're supposed to be monitoring this guy. And so how is it that they're monitoring him and don't realize, what are you doing, man? You keep calling up here 41 times. Trayvon Martin didn't commit a crime. None of these people committed a crime. If there really was any people, if it wasn't just a complete lie that nobody even, you didn't see anybody, you made it up 41 times in a row. Okay? And what's that about? And we're just going to ignore it. And now he shoots this kid, and we're just going to release Zimmerman. Jesus. I mean, that is the ultimate amount of incompetence and stupidity that you could possibly have on something this simple. Okay? And so if you don't understand that, it had nothing to do with money. I mean, where's the money angle? There is no money. You understand? He's got public pretenders representing him. The two lawyers, they took the case. Zimmerman had no money. He didn't pay them. He didn't pay their fee. You understand? The state paid their fee. It was the state prosecutors and the state judge. There were their law enforcement, the prosecutors and the judge and the cops. So all they want to do now is cover themselves up. So it's not law enforcement. You understand? That's incompetent and stupid. That's why they walked them out. That's what you don't understand. Sharpton doesn't understand it. His experts don't understand it. And most of all, the lawyers who represented Tracy Martin, the father, they don't understand it. And when I try to explain it to them, they don't want to hear it. They thought, who's this guy from Bridgeport, Connecticut, telling us? We're lawyers. We're supposed to be the experts. And this guy's trying to explain what's happening here. Okay, do you understand? If I can't make this clear to anybody, then it's all going to go down the drain. Because we can flip this case right upside down and expose these cops and prosecutors and that judge who filed instructions that the jurors said on Sharpton's show and on CNN that the judge's instructions prevented them from any conviction. Any conviction. Okay? And this is a case, if you understand the evidence, the actual evidence, then you would know this is a first-degree murder case. This is not a manslaughter case. Okay? It's a first-degree murder case because Trayvon Martin had complete control over Zimmerman on the ground, bumping his head on a sidewalk. Okay? He didn't know the guy had a gun. That was another lie that Zimmerman told, to make it appear self-defense. Okay? They struggled over the gun. Now, if you knock Zimmerman down because he comes flying at you, he's assaulting you, like we know he did. You understand? Trayvon Martin's trying to get away from him. That's what he told the girl from Miami, the creepy-ass cracker. She says, run, get away. That's what he's doing. He's not going after Zimmerman. He's trying to get away from him. So Zimmerman attacked him. That's a fact. And then what happened was that Trayvon let him up. He let him off the ground. He didn't know he had a gun. And we know that for a fact because they went to the trouble of DNAing the gun and there was no DNA from Trayvon. It was only from Zimmerman. Okay? If you knock a guy down after he assaults you and you know he has a gun, are you going to leave him with the gun? What, are you stupid? This kid isn't stupid. Okay? So when he let him up, Zimmerman pulls that gun out and plugs him. Boom! First degree murder. Perpendicular, right into his heart. They got him 2 inches away from his body. This is where he pulled the trigger. Okay? That's first degree murder as plain as day. You understand? See, this is where the problem is. You're just listening to the news, who lies about everything. And they got these experts, lawyers, who don't even understand that there was no stand your ground in the whole trial. So how the hell has stand your ground got anything to do with the release of them? That's absurd, with acquitting them. That's nuts, stupid, ignorant, okay? Would you please think this through a little bit and give me a fair chance and get a hold of Sharpton? So if Sharpton will listen to me, I'll explain what happened. Sharpton didn't sit there and watch this trial like you didn't either, okay? You might have seen a little of it. I saw every word of it. I know what I'm looking at. I called it from the front end. I'm saying, boy, they're going to let this guy go. Sharpton pissed these people off, okay? They got to make this look good now. They can't just, okay, we'll really get him because he made 41 calls. How come they don't even say that? They say he made 6. They said there was this big rash of crimes being committed at this complex. That's a lie. A complete lie. There were 2 burglaries that they, over a period of months and months, that they actually caught the perpetrators. And that's the only 2 victims that there were, period. And that was in the trial. Okay? So 41 times Zimmerman calls and there was no burglary any one of those times, including Trayvon Martin, who was just coming back from the store. You got to understand what really happened and what really didn't happen and why these people tried to walk them out and did walk them out. Okay? It's because they're covering up incompetence and stupidity. Period. Thank you. Please think this through. Bye.